I think we had 3 games where we were super far ahead, so
Hmm.
I actually can't believe that we managed to lose from those positions. So yeah, it doesn't feel too great.
Alright, we just got done with the LEC Summer Playoffs Grand Finals opposing G2 against Fnatic, and unfortunately G2 today took it with a 3-0 score, but it's been a back and forth series, right? Today I am in the presence of Humanoid. Obviously, I can imagine the first feeling that you must be having right now is just deception, probably frustration as well, right? How do you feel after this match?
I think we had 3 games where we were super far ahead, so
Hmm.
I actually can't believe that we managed to lose from those positions. So yeah, it doesn't feel too great.
It is kind of also the same story as the BDS match that we saw yesterday. I assume you probably watched it as well. Where it feels like the teams that face G2 get these early leads and make these proactive plays. For example, like Noah and June getting those 2v2 double kills in the bot lane as well. And then the other teams pretty much like doesn't seem to be able to match them in the mid late game. Do you think like that's maybe the part that you guys will have to improve as well for season finals, for example?
I think for sure that we are just nervous, I would say.
Hmm.
Today I felt it a lot. I think because we have never actually been winning against them. I feel like when we are winning and it's the finals, we just put so much pressure on us. Then we don't even have to do anything to end the game. We just feel like we need to fight or something. And yeah, I think it just comes with experience, because these games usually you have to play slow, and we are just not able to do that.
It does feel a bit like a mental block almost because G2 is always that team to defeat, right? They are always the opponent, and obviously you guys just defeated them like in the upper bracket last week, right? And you beat them 3-2, and now this match was a completely different story as well. What do you think changed as well, like from last week? Is it literally just the fact that you guys were stressed, or do you feel like G2 also took it differently on the Rift and stuff?
I think they played worse this week than they played last week, but so did we, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just our late game today was just really, really, really bad.
Mhm.
And yeah, other than that, we had so much goal lead. So yeah, I don't think anything changed. It's just us not knowing how to finish a game, I think.
A lot of people reacting to this final match and just the last few matches in the playoffs in general have been very critical of the overall level of play in Europe. A lot of people seem to think that G2 being able to win so many games from being behind and teams not being able to work with the leads that they managed to get indicates that the level of play in Europe is not very great as well. What is your take on the current level of teams in the LEC, and do you think like teams like yourself, Fnatic, or even like BDSSK could have a chance at Worlds, or is it right now like looking pretty rough? Do you think there's still like a lot of things that you guys need to improve on?
I think for sure against the top Asian teams, there's a huge gap. I think both teams today from us played really, really bad, same as last week. So yeah, if this is our top level, then we probably can't win.
I mean, obviously, as well, for Fnatic, it's a very difficult matter because throughout the year, you guys have been very hopeful and just always shooting to get a title, and it always comes back and hits you in the face, I guess. Like at MSI, it was rough. At EWC, it was pretty rough as well. And you end up losing the split as well right now. It's very difficult for you guys, but do you feel like it is impacting the way you are taking the competition? Does it impact your confidence as well that you guys could potentially be that team that like actually pushes past the current limitations of Europe, or how do you feel about that?
I think our confidence now was way higher than it ever was. I think we all felt like we would win today, especially seeing how we won last week already and how G2 played yesterday.
Hmm.
So I think for us it only makes us better. Like every single split we are better and better. So I think, and even though it was 3-0 today, I think it was way closer than it was before.
Mhm.
And I think coming into the next playoffs in 1 month, we will be even more confident.
And despite everything, since you're talking about being more confident for season finals and stuff as well, do you think that you're going to be able to take away something from this playoffs match today and be able to put that into practice for a season finals? Are you confident that you're going to be able to maybe even beat G2 next time?
I'm pretty confident we can beat them. Yeah, we just need to not throw late game. I think today was actually just really free. So yeah, I mean, next time I think we will take them.
That aside, I mean, another topic that is a bit different from what we've been talking about, but very discussed lately is the overall mid lane meta, right? A lot of people are talking either very positively or very negatively about the meta. A lot of ADCs all over the map, pretty much. But how do you personally reflect on the current way of playing mid lane? And do you feel like you're happy with like the current champion pool in mid lane?
I mean, I am happy with it, but it shouldn't be like this for a long time. I think there should be like some, they should mix it up a bit. I think the problem is that every single AD carry has, for no reason, 450 movement speed. And then when you play a mage with 380 movement speed and trying to hit spells on enemy AD carry who also does more damage than you, it just makes kind of no sense to play mages unless it's Azir who can't miss his spells, right? So yeah, I mean, there's probably kind of a, I think, systemic issue of what they did. They just give AD carries for no reason so much movement speed.
And I mean, speaking of also AD carries in general, I just want to quickly touch upon Noah as well, right? Because Noah probably, I would say, did not start the year very well. He also struggled with a lot of pressure and stress at the start of the split, but it seems like Ian June has been looking better and better over the time, and especially like now in the summer split, even if you guys ended up losing in the end. How do you feel like playing with Noah as well, and like about his overall progression over the year as well?
I mean, I'm pretty happy with how he played this last, or after the EWC. I think he played really good. I think he had a lot of issues of playing in on stage before or in high pressure games. I think he's getting a lot better at that. I think today he made some mistakes later, but I think early game he played really well and was winning lane. So I'm happy with him.
Now you have a few days of break before the season final starts. So very quickly, what are your immediate plans for the next few days until the matches start all over again?
Probably not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna play the game. That's pretty much it.
All right, and just a last question. You've probably seen it, but the Olympic Committee actually voted to enact the esports Olympic Games starting next year, which will be featuring probably teams from all countries, right? And hopefully there's going to be a League of Legends tournament. But I would just like to quickly ask you, if you had to send a Czech team to the esports Olympic Games, what players would you see in each roles?
I mean, I would put me mid, Karasi AD carry, Patrick on top or jungle, and yeah, Denik support, and then someone in jungle or top. I don't know. I don't know. We don't really have any people on those roles, so it's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, do you think this team would be able to take some wins at the tournament?
I think so. I mean, there's probably gonna be a lot of countries that also don't really have that great rosters, so we can take some wins unless we meet Korea and China in the first round and then go home.
In any case, I think that is about all the time we have today for the interview. But just before we close off, do you have any last words you want to say, and just anything for the Fnatic fans as well that have been following you?
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for following us. I know there was a lot more expectations than what we showed today, but I think yeah, we will work hard to make it better next time.
All right. Well, Humanoid, in any case, thank you for taking the time today to talk with me despite the loss. I know obviously it mustn't be very easy for you guys. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to talk to you again soon for the season finals and maybe Worlds even. So I wish you the best in the next few days and just have a great